What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Meehan. Shaun, how is it going?
I'm great, Connor. I'm full of vitamin D today because Ireland got a whole 4 hours of sunshine, I'll have you know.
I didn't know what to do. I was at work, but I was looking out the window like a puppy. Imagine.
So what I did, I went out on break, got myself 2 scoop ice cream, let one of the scoops fall on the ground, looked at it sadly for 15 minutes. Someone bought me another ice cream, lads. Now I've had 3 scoops of ice cream.
I love the mental image of you just sadly looking down at a little boy buys you an ice cream.
Yeah, he's like a child, like just finished primary school. He's like, oh, this 6-foot man needs help.
And you're like, I did before the ice cream as well.
This is the 3rd time I've gotten ice cream.
Shaun, this is weird news. What do we do here?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read all of those stories out to me, a man who has been too busy scamming ice creams from toddlers to look at any weird news.
It's a living, isn't it? You got to make it somehow.
Working harder, hardly working. What can I say?
That's on the poster. You just robbing a child's ice cream.
And it's me as the cat being like, hang in there. But I've got strewn about me as ice cream and cones.
I mean, you're just a legend of the streets. So Shaun, I'm moving on because we got to get into weird news. We got to get into weird news. And we're starting off this week with, to be honest, I think a headline that there was nowhere else I could start with because it's sad, it's weird, it's right up our alley. Because there's people dying off in England, Shaun.
Okay, keep going.
And there's people dying off, and there's a certain species are dying off, and it's really sad because I have UK is running out of ghosts as old spirits are dying off, paranormal expert says.
There's so many ways we could go with this story. This is a godsend in terms of weird news. Number 1, you can never run out of ghosts.
Where did they go?
Where did they go? Like presumably they've all got their unfinished business on Earth sorted.
Yeah.
And now they've gone on to whatever kind of afterlife there is or isn't, who knows. It's beyond the scope of this show, I'll be honest. But to say that they're running out of them, I'd argue there's more ghosts now than there's ever been.
Because
just on numbers.
The population is higher and more people are dying than would have previously.
More people are dying unsatisfied as well, which is key to the ghost.
That's major. Because back in the day, you just had a little shed and you you didn't know any better. Now everyone's on Instagram going, I don't even have any fancy things.
Yeah, God, I've never been to Bali. And it's like, oh, now I got to haunt Bali? No, you can't haunt Bali because then... Bali, hear me.
Back in the day, you only had like one apple and you were like, I'm the proudest man in the world. I have one apple. You didn't know there was people with 2 apples.
No, you never, like back in the day, back in like, I don't know, like the medieval times?
The 70s.
The 70s. You never went like 100 kilometres from your house, ever. Like, and that was your little bubble and you were fine with that. But now you're right, we have like... There's so like we know everything about the world. And you mean to tell me people have seen everything and are fully satisfied and happy when they die?
Well, the UK is running out of ghosts, Shaun, and this is directed from Dr. Paul Lee, right? And he reckons the UK's spectral heritage is in a deep decline because many ghosts are dormant or have moved on. Now, he, of course, he's a paranormal expert, so he knows more about this than me and you. So this story shocked me. It's like when Louis Theroux does a documentary on something you hadn't really read into. This is a shocker. I didn't realise the state of affairs in the afterlife world.
No, I didn't realise it either. But I'm also like, what is the demand for ghosts Why do we need them? What business do they play?
Did I not mention Dr. Paul Lee? He's a paranormal expert.
Right, so if the paranormal experts run out of ghosts, soon there'll be no more paranormal experts.
Soon people will think they're hacks. If they run out.
But ghosts are, ghosts aren't real, first of all. Okay. Second of all,
maybe they are though.
No, okay. Now we've got differing opinions. That's great for a podcast.
Okay.
But I would like I want someone whose business and life and like job isn't entirely focused on there being ghosts in the world. I want them to tell me there's not enough ghosts.
Yeah, then I'll believe it.
Yeah. Get me like who do I trust most?
I want to do my own research into this before I start trusting the experts, Shaun.
Is
that what you're saying?
Maybe it is, but not in the way you think. Okay, what if like because anyone can call themselves a ghost? Like, is there a qualification in spectral heritage?
Paulie, I'll have you know.
Paulie. His name is Paulie.
So he has a PhD in nuclear physics.
Oh. Right, okay.
You backed up fairly quickly there.
Granted, it's more degrees than I have in nuclear physics, but I'd like to see him talk about
almost
film.
Double the amount I have.
Almost double, right? So wait, so you're like 40% of the way towards a nuclear physics degree?
I don't want to get into it very often, Shaun. Yes.
Okay, I respect it. Why did he deviate from the famously safe and reliable career path of nuclear physics and go into spectrology or whatever it is?
Well, I just think there was more work. I mean, it was a supply and demand situation until now we've realised the supply is running out.
It's a bit of a paranormal Celtic tiger going on.
If you will, Shaun, yes.
And now there's a crash.
The paranormal researcher and author said, since January of 2020, I've been contacting all the reportedly haunted locations on my app and asking if the residents, owners or staff have experienced any unexplained activity. So far, go on.
No, can I just get a repeat on the time frame of when this decline
January
started?
2020.
January 2020, right.
Yeah.
Did anything else start to kick off in the world round about then?
Did anything around then kick off that might distract, the staff from maybe partaking in this nonsense?
or distract people and tourists and visitors coming and going between famously haunted locations, attesting to the fact that they're haunted.
So he's had over 800 replies, and even some supposedly highly haunted places like castles in South Yorkshire are said to be one of the most haunted places in the UK. Say they haven't experienced anything in the last few years, Shaun. But it does seem as though many famous ghosts are either dormant or have faded away or moved on, he says. I mean, what are we going to do, Shaun, if all the ghosts retire?
I think we have... Okay, this is going to sound bad. Do not take this out of context. What if we just killed a few people? And you make more ghosts?
That's always your idea. I'm sick of you coming up with that idea.
Look, this is the first time it's ever been slightly appropriate, Connor.
I just feel like maybe more murder is the right option here.
I think so. Like, I'm playing a character.
I don't want to come across as insensitive, but crossbows.
Crossbows at dawn. Like, what makes a ghost? What's the best ghost? And I would say, it's like some kind of duel that someone lost and they're angry. Someone who was wronged being killed. And I feel if you kill an innocent person, they will feel wronged and become back as a ghost.
I think everyone feels wronged if they're killed.
I don't know about that.
No, I deserve that, to be fair.
You know what? I was being a prick. Thanks for clearing that up.
Right, boy. You're dead right. You sometimes hear stories of ghosts suddenly appearing again after many years' absence. It could be that the spirit had a natural source of energy to begin with, which has dwindled away over time, leaving them without the reserves to manifest anymore. But I mean, he says that the ghost may also be able to recharge, which is good. It's good news. I don't know where. Do you plug them in? I'm not quite sure. Is it solar powered? I don't know.
Surely not. Ghosts don't like the daytime.
That's true.
Lunar power. Is that a thing? Are the ghosts werewolves? Is that what's going on here?
I think you've mixed up ghosts and werewolves.
I think I might have done. What I'm interested in that this man is like, no, the ghosts can come back though, thereby like saving all of the tourist destinations built around ghosts.
In his defence, he's trying to make a quick buck here, right? He's not going to be like, look, I'm out of work, lads. I'm unemployed.
This man definitely has like an independent ghost tour that he runs.
Yeah. After a recent escalation in the spooky experiences, members of staff in Sheffield's Meltdown Bar called in the experts who conducted a lengthy examination of the possibly haunted venue. The WAH Paranormal, which led the investigation, suggested that the extensive history of the bar may be a reason for the paranormal activity, so maybe not all is lost, as some bars still haunted, but his point still stands, not all bars are now haunted.
Is it because of, I don't know, gentrification? You know, old bars are being knocked down, turned into Starbuckses and stuff.
Yeah.
And Wagamamas.
You never see a haunted Starbucks.
No, God help you if you do. Like,
the fucking prices are haunted enough. That's current. That is current comedy.
Is topical inflation and shit. No, look, I think because Ireland is full of haunted bars as well, but like it's just a tourism thing. Surely, there's just like, oh, come and hear this story, drink in the bar, off you go.
Well, maybe I can change your mind, because I have, and I think one of our favourite things on the show, 4 comments that were left underneath this amazing article that really caught my eye, because, I mean, ghosts are dying out. We need to know about this. The people who listen to this show need to know that maybe weird news is going to dry up on ghost stories.
If we run out of ghosts, it'll be just Florida Man, and I don't think
just Florida Man. What are we going to do then?
That.
And Owl Man. That's all we have left, but he's technically a ghost.
Is he though, or is he just a big owl or a small furry man?
No, it's a small owl head on a man's body.
Okay, the man has dismembered an owl and is now wearing it. I love it.
So our first comment comes from Anonymous, and he says, perhaps people have just stopped believing in spiritual nonsense. So strong. Yeah. That's strong.
Anonymous words. Coming down where I am at the minute there.
Yeah.
But I don't think ghosts are powered like Tinkerbell, that you need to believe in them for them to exist.
Now, Sea Monkey UK thinks differently, Shaun, because Sea Monkey UK says, and this might solve all the problems, supposedly Wi-Fi has affected the ghost's ability to manifest, Shaun. Maybe a bit of 5G idea coming in there, maybe 4G, maybe just Wi-Fi in general, ruining our ghostly experiences.
But Wi-Fi and 4G have certainly been around. They've been around for a good few years. But why is it only happening now? 5G, perhaps. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to out-crazy this dude. So, the 5G, ghosts are fine with 5G. They don't care about it.
They're looking at that connection. They want that speed connection.
They need them megabits.
Yeah.
But humans, the 5G kills our third eye, and which allows us to see ghosts, Connor. 5G shuts that off, and that's what they want. This is going to get content flagged, this episode.
People are going to think you are like the fucking 5G towers that we should murder more people.
It's a bad opening 15 minutes, I will say.
It's not your strongest.
It's all in terms of the bit, okay?
Now, you might say that, but cause bloody Mick, he comes in strong as Mick, and he says, the trouble is, and he has thoughts, that places, they're too illuminated. Now, even graveyards are too illuminated. Ghosts are not exhibitionists.
Oh, very, very reserved ghosts. I mean, okay, Mick, like...
Yeah.
Okay, Mick is a man who wants darkness, clearly. But also, I would argue that ghosts... The entire premise of a haunting is somewhat of exhibitionism.
Yeah, I think you're showing off.
Yeah, you're showing off. You're making your presence known.
Look at me stack these pieces of furniture. How quickly I can do it.
Look how quickly I can open this invisible trench coat.
Yeah. Like, we all know what he's talking. I think that's actually wrong. I think ghosts are mostly exhibitionists.
I think so. I think Mick might be projecting here.
I think Mick is a bit insecure. But look, we don't want to take that out on Mick, because we have our last one from John 137. And John's coming strong. And I don't know what side of the fence John comes down on, but I know that John 137 says this. Is it because of Brexit? And I feel like this is a question nobody's asking, and I think John is brave to bring it up.
I mean, Ghostbusters means Ghostbusters. That's true. Like, I mean, that's interesting, because, like, look at a lot of the stuff in Brexit, and then, like, ghosts, they're technically part of another world, Connor. You know?
Do they have a visa? I think is John's point.
Dude, that is ghosts. I'm going to come down hard and say ghosts definitely don't have a visa.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess is John here suggesting that there is some kind of like ghost like deportation system that's been set up?
He's either John's saying there's deportation for ghosts due to Brexit, or Brexit came in and the ghosts were so disgusted with the current events in Europe that they left to go to neighbouring countries so that they can freely pass between them without having to getting visas, getting the passes, you know yourself.
Of course. Yeah, the ghosts all had an Irish grandparent, and so they got that passport.
And they wanted that passport, and they all came across. And I think John is now... I don't know what side of the fence John comes down on, because he just says specifically, is it because of Brexit? I don't know if he says, could be because of Brexit, that's a good thing, or very sad, Brexit has caused this. I don't know what vibe he's going with.
We don't know John's political leanings on Brexit, but I would love to find out. What if John somehow listens to this show? What do we do then, Connor?
I don't know. I just love the idea that like all the goes, fuck this. I'm fucking voting no. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Jeez, I can't. It's not my country. Not my country. Then they leave to haunt, right?
Is John implying that ghosts are coming over there, taking some regular English people's ghost jobs?
I don't... But like, with a ghost, you have your territory, and that's locked in, I would say.
In John's idea, we get regular people, British people, to dress up and take these ghost jobs, but they have to be dead. So maybe John's a murderer.
Maybe John is a murderer. I mean, I'm going to give John the benefit of the doubt. He loves ghosts, hates Brexit. That's what I'm going to say about the man.
Okay. I'm the opposite.
Oh, okay. Hates ghosts, loves Brexit.
Look, all I know is this paranormal expert Paul has come out and he's told us to watch out for this. So if weird news comes to a slow and agonising death because we just stop finding stories of these ghosts, we know who to blame because Paul has warned us. It's coming. And I mean, every single day he says he finds another ghost gone, just not around.
Yeah, I think we probably got about 700 episodes left before we have to call it a day, guys.
I think even 50 years from now, people will say, I see the ghost. I just think...
I think it's always going to happen. Like, because they're made up.
No, but is it because of Brexit? Anyway, that should always be the ask of the question following anything.
Any news story. Is this? Yeah. Oh, is this a Brexit thing again?
Oh, don't tell me this is Brexit again. Has Brexit caused this? Yeah. We're moving on to our next piece of news, Shaun, and I have a family that's creeped out and scared.
Because of Brexit?
That's a good question, but no, I don't think so. Because I have family creeped out and scared after sinister clown painting appears in garden.
Oh, no, this is worse than any ghost could ever be. How sinister is the clown painting?
I mean, ultimately, any clown painting that you didn't put there yourself, I think has an air of sinister about it.
That's fair.
Even if
fair.
he's smiling, even if he's sad, angry, I still think the same effect arises.
I have a friend and he has a matching pair of clown paintings, and I came into the house the day he bought them, and one of them was on one side of the room and I only caught sight of one. And then I looked and at the other side of the room was an almost identical clown painting. And I've never been so terrified.
How do we make the decor worse? Right?
It actually works quite well. It does work.
What are you talking about?
It's balanced. There's two. One on each side.
It's to even it out. Like, one is like that.
He lives in a circus tent, actually.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
there's a bitch to nail him up.
Sand everywhere.
Elephants roaming the halls.
I think he just went to the circus, Shaun.
I think I made friends with a clown.
Yes, you did. Anyway, a family has been left frightened and unsettled after a concrete slab featuring a creepy painting of a clown appeared in their back garden.
That, you can't just casually drop a concrete slab in someone's garden.
I mean, you just can sometimes if you have if you have an inspiration for a clown painting and you don't have anywhere to put it. Concrete slab, random stranger's back garden, overnight, make sure they don't see it.
Did they, because was the slab already there? Or, and they just like, oh, canvas, draw a clown.
The sinister artwork shows a clown holding a candle on one side and it is inscribed with a Bible passage on the other side, Shaun. It mysteriously appeared in the Belfast family's back garden last week.
Oh, so this is on our island.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is with us. Yeah.
Who's next?
Who's next? We've all seen The Fall. That was in Belfast. That's what happens.
We've all seen the film Belfast.
With no idea where it came from, who put it in their garden, or what it even means, the family has been left disturbed.
Oh, I found a picture of the painting. That is so strange. So I was thinking a big, massive concrete slab. It's quite a small concrete slab. But
which makes it more intimate.
It is more intimate, and it's nestled safely under a little bush, like the clown is sneaking up on you.
Yeah. Mark, 38, who has been identified but only by his first name. I can only assume to keep him safe from further clownage.
That might be an Irish thing, because if they gave out this man's information, you know his garden would be filled with clowns the very next day.
You know what? That's a fucking great point. If you give out that guy's name, the next day he wakes up, everyone has clown noses at work. And everybody's looking at him.
They've all got those little horns. A bunch of people run out of a very small car. The works.
Wow, nobody's at work. Wait, one car has shown up. The whole division. When my wife and I left for work in the morning as normal, it wasn't there. But when she got home with her two daughters in the mid-afternoon, she looked out the window and noticed it, just in the back garden. After being sent a picture of the painting by his scared wife, Mark told her not to touch the painting until he got home from work.
Mark is like, that's definitely cursed. Okay.
I don't want to say anything, but you're on your own, kids. You're dead.
Oh, I'm just going to get some milk on the way home. I'll be right back once I get the milk.
He's like texting, sacrifice the kids, save yourself, run.
Leave the slowest.
Meet me outside the city.
It's quite a well done clown, I will say.
Which means it took time.
Did take time. This was not done spur of the moment, like graffiti.
He says, my wife was obviously creeped out. Obviously, Mark. Someone would have had to come through our gate and down the steps to place it there, and deliberately place it so it was facing the window so we would see it.
That's another very good point, is that they wanted them to see it.
Oh, it's not facing the opposite way, Shaun.
No, it's like, because part of me was like, oh, maybe it was an art piece and someone dropped it and it fell in the garden. But it's like, it is placed to look at this family. What is the end game here?
Already unsettled by the painting, things only got worse when Mark lifted the slab up to discover an inscription on the back. It said, "Let your light shine, Matthew 5:16.
Oh, maybe it's... Okay, let's not think of this as bad. Maybe it's inspirational.
I think the Da Vinci Code has taught me this man's dead. I think there's no option. If you got an inscription of a Bible, it's creepy if it's on a clown slab.
That's true. Any inscription, I think.
Yeah, I think any inscription from anything. In no matter what novel, what book, what inscription of what writing ever, if you put it on a slab of a clown, I'm like, that's a bit fucking weird, isn't it?
There once was a very hungry caterpillar.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, we're gonna die.
This clown's a cannibal.
And I assume the police asked him, like, surely this isn't just a long-running joke between friends or anything like that. Like, this man has never expressed any opinion on clowns before.
Mark contacted friends and family to see if the slab was part of an elaborate prank, Shaun. I checked with the neighbours to see if they had seen anything similar, but it was just us. Nobody knew anything about it. None of my family or my friends said they knew anything about it. It's just in our garden, facing our window, randomly.
Why? Why do this? Dangerous to talk about it in the newspaper as well, because now the person, the clowner, knows. It's like, oh, this got to him. Okay.
So some speculated the painting could be a sinister tactic used by burglars to mark houses, but Mark dispelled this theory by saying the slab was actually in the back, so it wasn't even visible from the street. So how would you see it?
It's a very strange mark as well for a burglar. Like, I've heard of, like, the X on the door and shit like that.
But now, to follow that up, meanwhile, others were a lot more level-headed, Shaun, as I'm sure you can admit. And they drew comparisons with murderous clown Pennywise from Stephen King's It.
They drew these comparisons, did they?
They said, I mean, there's only one option here, Mark. You probably are going to die in a sewer. If we're all honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
What can you do?
I mean, do you give the house to the clown now? Is that what happens? And then he turns it into a 3-ring circus.
Oh, fuck. It's all... Did you go to the future?
I've been to the year 3000, and let me tell you, not much has changed. Except, Connor.
Clowns.
We're all clowns, yeah.
Shaun, what would you do? I mean, you come home from work, random slab of concrete with a clown. It's more sinister than it looks.
It is more sinister than it looks, and like in the moment, I would shit myself, and I would be like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna die."
Yeah.
But like right now on a podcast, the same thing as before. Out crazy them. What I want, like, rest of the circus. You just line them all up around your house, all of these little concrete slabs, and you pick your favourite Bible verses, throw them on the back, and then you finish out the rest of the circus drawing it in the same style as this clown.
Oh, fuck. And so then your house is surrounded by the circus in slab, and so when they come back, they're like, oh shit, somebody else was here.
So, yeah, I got competition now. And then it's like Hannibal season 2. And what you do, you set up a webcam on the roof of your house pointing down at all of these slabs. So the person who did it, make this webcam public. Person who did it watches you do this every day. Quit your job. Leave your family.
Murder people. Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want, and then just place these slabs around. And then you do this every day for 365 days.
Yeah.
And on the final day, which we'll put it on like National Clown Day, whenever that is, you go outside with a pressure washer and you just, like Predator, just clean all the slabs and then give a middle finger to the webcam, and then you go back inside.
I was thinking, you're right, in blood, in the grass. I'll meet you tonight after you're done.
Oh, call him out.
Call him out. Yeah. I mean, and the centre of the
unicycle
circus.
contest.
And bring an elephant to the fight just in case.
He'll know what it means.
He's like passing out from blood loss. Oh my god, another comma.
Oh, I really thought I could write faster than this.
Kids, get daddy's transfusion.
I thought you were going to go way darker, and it was like, kids, I need your blood.
Kids, get daddy's transfusion and your blood.
Put it all in this Sharpie right here.
Oh, I made a mistake. Oh, fuck. Make another kid.
Yeah, what if I paint it all red and then just write it in black paint? Yeah, that'll do.
I'm good, lads. So yeah, I seen that just made me, it creeped me out, Sean. It's this very strange story.
It is quite unsettling.
Now, another story that I see during the week that I would say more than unsettling, upsetting. A
lot of upset going on in the world. I'm interested to hear.
I do realise that there's a lot of upset, but this headline, I don't know if I'm mean, but this made me laugh. Because
I love it.
Man at lowest point after eating cream egg that was actually worth over 10 grand. Oh no. It's the moment of shame afterwards.
Where he just horsed this cream egg just straight into his face.
So over the UK, Cadbury brought it back its cream egg hunt by hiding 146 half-white, half-milk chocolate cream eggs in shops.
Yes.
It has multiple prizes, with the top prize being up to 10 grand. Chocolate lovers obviously still have 1 week left to do to find a winning egg before the hunt comes to an end. And all they have to do is track down one of the rare eggs and resist the urge to scoff it. But it seems one man didn't get the memo, as he admitted he only recently found out about the special prize-winning eggs, just hours after polishing off a whole half-white, half-milk chocolate cream egg.
And he just looked at this and was like, oh, class, and then went about his day.
Yeah. The student, who posted his story anonymously, confessed he had no idea that the egg was special until he saw an advert for the promotion just a few hours later, when he'd already eaten the chocolate treat and thrown the foil wrapper in the bin.
Like a public bin or like his own bin? Because you go diving for that, my friend.
We'll get to that. Because he said, I'm a student studying here in the UK, so I don't keep up with the ads at all, really. A few months ago, Cadbury released 146 prize-winning eggs, with a chance of winning cash prizes, including 10 grand, which is half my university tuition.
Fuck.
Long story short, I was scrolling through Instagram today and saw the prize-winning egg that looked identical to the one that I ate on my lunch break earlier today.
No. Oh, imagine being 21 and losing 10 grand.
It then dawned on me, I have potentially eaten 10 grand.
You would get sick, wouldn't you?
This is why I brought it up, because it's sad, but it didn't happen to us, so kind of funny.
Oh yeah, we can laugh at this man's pain. That's true. Bit of a childhood story here. I was once in a chase with a cream egg van. There was the local radio. So back in the day around Easter, I was maybe like 6 or 7 at this time.
16, 17.
This is last Wednesday. Yeah. But the local radio station, there was a cream egg van driving around that was shaped like a big cream egg.
How did you have a cream egg van? What is the story with this?
I think it was a tie-in with Cadbury's or something like that. Okay. They had a big hamper of eggs, like chocolate eggs, to give away, and you had to like follow the van, and I think you had to tell them where the van went.
Can I just say, first of all,
yeah,
highly fucking suspect, this whole story, by the way.
It's a bit
You've
odd.
got a grown man in a van offering sweets to kids and he's like, follow me.
But it's organised by the local radio station, so it's fine.
Yeah.
No, like my mum drove the car because I couldn't drive because I was 6.
Yeah.
And so we went after this, or maybe you have to send in the license plate number or whatever. But we went after this cream egg van, and we ended up winning a big hamper of chocolate out of it. And I still, like, to this day, I don't know the full story, but we followed a cream egg van, and then a rake of chocolate showed up at the house one day. So it was a very good Easter.
So, I mean, what you're saying is you had a fantastic experience with cream eggs.
Yeah. Oh, one of the best, I would say.
I like the empathy you're showing here. I think it's good to share in sad stories.
Sorry, a bomb went off at your birthday, but I went to Splash World. So
what you've done there is a man has had one of the worst days of his life, and you said, "Yeah, well, I won a prize once."
Yeah. Well, my life's been pretty sick up until now. So
Cowabunga, my dudes! I'm flying. But I just love the idea of you getting fucking a big, like, following a cream egg van. In my head, you were running after it. I will admit.
Sprinting, just full pelt.
Sprinting. So the man's blunder has left him facing utter defeat, as he described it, as he comes to terms with the potential jackpot he missed out on. As he added, "I don't actually know what else to say other than utter defeat. I think I have officially hit my lowest point in my short 21 years of my life."
I mean, look, if that's the worst it gets, my dude, you know what? You're not too bad. He's never eaten a cream egg again.
In fairness, he probably should be a little happier because Shaun had a nice experience with cream eggs. So, I mean, a bit of empathy wouldn't go fucking astray here.
We all just be happy for Shaun, please.
I don't understand. Like, this guy's selfish. Just think of other people. Shaun's having a great day.
It's like, you know, and like you complain on the internet and then someone's like, "Oh, well, some people have it worse." It's like, well, some people have it better. So, can't you be happy for them?
So, I mean, cheer up, buddy. Could be better. When finding one of the cream eggs, while finding one of the cream eggs is a difficult task in itself. What happens is the 6 eggs were hidden in an Asda, Co-op, Tesco, Sainsbury's, Morrison's, and an independent retailer. Well, there's another further 3 eggs worth $5,000 on sale at Waitrose, One Stop, and a Booker shop. So if you don't win 10, you might win $5,000. There's also 4 eggs worth $1,000 being sold, and there's 12 eggs worth £500 being sold as well. So,
right, so
many different options.
He mightn't have gotten the 10 G's, but money is money at the end of the day.
I mean, it's free money for eating a cream egg.
When you don't eat the cream egg.
That's true. Commenters were sympathetic to the man's plight, which very unlike the internet, but many of them suggested he may be able to salvage his prize if he kept hold of his wrapper. To claim, you simply call a number that's printed on the tinfoil wrapping of the winning egg. So someone said, all you gotta do is, if you ate the egg, the code you need is on the wrapper. You don't need the egg itself. So if you enjoyed the chocolate, you get the packaging out of the bin and collect your winnings. Easy money.
Easy money. Surely that's what he's going to do.
Unfortunately for the student, he'd been eating his egg while out and about and threw the foil wrapper into a public bin. And was
man's eating a cream egg on the go.
Which to me is more lunacy.
That's psychopath behaviour right there.
Cream eggs are on the couch and nowhere else.
On the couch, no one looking at you. Because there's no way to eat it that doesn't make you look weird. Yes. What's your preferred cream egg eating method?
I don't like cream eggs.
I knew you would say that.
Why did you know I was going to say that?
Because you never like sweets.
It's true. I'm a jelly boy.
You offered me a piece of white chocolate and I was like, no, I'm grand. And you said, yeah, I don't really want it either.
Actually, I'll eat like 2 squares of white chocolate and I'm done now.
Yeah,
I'm done
but they don't
for
just
months.
sell 2 squares.
Now I have 6 more squares. What do I do with these?
To answer my own question, my preferred method.
Yeah, sorry, I do apologise. Very rude of me.
You bite off the top, suck out the innards, and then finish off the rest of the chocolate.
Dead fucking right. There's no way to do that in public without looking like a lunatic.
Like an absolute savage.
And are you doing it outside schools, are you? Or just...
Not anymore. Not since the ban.
You brought your little trolley full of cream eggs and just started eating them. And they're like, we can't arrest him. He's not technically doing anything wrong, but it's weird, like, you know what I mean?
We're certainly not happy about this.
Like, we're irked. We are irked. But, Jesus, I don't think he's breaking any laws.
It'd be odd if this was a specific law that they wrote up, wouldn't it be?
You can't suck the innards out of a cream egg outside of school.
I'm pretty sure you can't loiter outside of schools. That has to be a rule, right?
What if you're facing the other way, though?
Oh, if you're facing away from a school eating a basket full of cream eggs by sucking out the innards, I think that's technically legal. But it shouldn't happen.
I think it's technically legal.
Your Honour.
Keep that spirit, because I'm going to need that in a few months when the trial comes up.
Okay. Oh, am I representing you? Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
He doesn't even like cream eggs.
My client is simply built different, Your Honour.
I think the term is ledge bag, Your Honour.
He's absolute stone mad bastard.
By the way, is cream egg universal? I'm worried. We've done this whole
we've just
article.
done a whole segment on it, so I hope so. I think
really
it's like
hope.
it's definitely UK and Ireland. I think it's import in a lot of places. I know Americans who have liked cream eggs. I think I know a Canadian who likes a cream egg.
Okay.
So I think we're pretty good there.
I'm just worried. People are like, what's a cream egg? Think of the worst thing you can think of.
No, think of what you think of. Think of an egg, right? Make that out of chocolate.
Yeah.
And then think of the inside of an egg and make that out of some kind of weird sugary goo.
Yeah, you can't even describe what it is. It's just... there's
another one. It's a cream egg caramel. Same principle, but with caramel instead of weird white goo.
I would take that one before I would take the normal one.
Okay, well, let me hit you with round number 3, Connor, which is the Cadbury's Scream Egg, which is the exact same thing as the white goo version, but it's green.
But I don't think you're realising my issue is with the goo more so than the colour of the goo.
You don't like the goo.
Well, I don't know what the goo is.
It's something to do with sugar.
But I know caramel, like that's a universally known caramel. I mean, it's also something to do with sugar, but I know what it is. And I'd have like 2 scoops, maybe not suck the whole innards out of it. But
you can't leave some of the innards in the egg, though. You bite the top off, suck out half the innards, put it back on the table and say, I'll finish that later.
I haven't finished an Easter egg for many a year. It's a problem.
What do you do with your Easter eggs, man?
Like, you have a bit, and then I'm like, now I'm done.
Yeah, then you have a second Easter egg.
No, like I have one Easter egg, and then I eat a tiny bit of it. I'm like, okay, chocolate. Make them out of jelly beans. I'm eating 7 Easter eggs, Shaun.
I can get you a jelly bean Easter egg.
You can't get me. Don't lie to me.
You shut up. I will get this right. Sorry, I got too aggressive for what is ostensibly a joke.
I will fucking give you a present.
Do you know what's a nice thing is, you know those lint bunnies you can get?
Yeah.
You fill a pan with some milk and just leave one of them into it to slowly melt. Beautiful hot chocolate.
Oh, shit. You're changing the game.
I have very expensive tastes in hot chocolate.
Maybe this is why you just melted Lintex. They're all like €12 each.
And I get 1 glass.
It's worth it. It's a good investment.
It's good. It's solid. It is. Well, it's liquid, actually.
I think it works because, I mean, we come from different sides of the tracks. You know what I mean? You are clearly the expert on all things chocolate.
That's me.
And I'm not. So...
I'm like Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka, and you're like Christopher Lee's Willy Wonka's dad.
The very same. So, Shaun, we're going to have to move on. Papa, can you hear me? If you haven't seen Johnny Depp's Willy Wonka, go watch it. It's ridiculous.
It's a time. It's fun.
It's fun. So, Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of weird news. And look, I'm kind of thrown up between 2. There's one, I have a small story, and I have one that I really think is just awful, and I was just putting in to get a reaction out of you because of the cleanup.
There's a cleanup job going on.
Yeah, but one of them's Florida Man. That's not the icky one, so it's up to you.
Oh, I think. Oh, but now you've sold me on the icky cleanup.
Well, we've done a lot of messes. We've done a lot of spills in the streets.
Yeah, there was a big chocolate spill one time. It's not really a spill, but a container of bees fell over.
I think that was my favourite. But I just like the idea of weird shit spilling, and then the moment is like human error, large consequences of, fuck, there's no way I can clean this up. Like,
the moment it gets beyond like, oh, I'll just pick that back up. Yeah. Like, it's so much worse.
DEC officers assist crash with spilled yogurt and oil.
Oh, no. Oh, the one is bad enough. One is really expensive at the minute.
This is why it's expensive.
The entire North American supply of oil was on one truck.
This is in New York, Shaun, and the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation police officers responded to a tractor-trailer rollover and a car crash into the wetland. The crashes involved spilled yogurt and fuel and spilled oil. So one of them was full of yogurt, one of them was full of oil. They both hit each other, they spilled, and all the oil and yogurt all mixed together.
I mean, like, best case scenario, you get like a chocolate and peanut butter style mix, and it turns out that they're an amazing combo together. But probably what happens is, I mean, the yogurt, like the oil, terrible for the environment, really expensive, awful to clean up. The yogurt, the smell will never leave.
After a few days, that smell will be there forever.
Because we're getting into like springtime, summertime, like that yogurt is gonna, because they did not get that cleaned up soon. Even in the fridge, yeah. If you let yogurt go bad, fuck, you know about it. Imagine a whole road covered, and also it probably sits on top of the oil.
And so what you're thinking, the oil's going to cook under the heat of the sun, so that's going to make it worse smelling.
Fried mouldy yogurt.
You're drinking, yes, fried mouldy yogurt. 250 gallons of diesel fuel spilled onto the roadway. Officers then said crates of yogurts that were on the truck also spilled.
See, this is why all yogurt should come in frube form.
It can take the damage.
It's a resilient packaging for a yogurt.
We've always said it. We'd make millions, boss.
From day one, we just get one. Because imagine the back of the truck, it's just one big long frube, which I don't know if people know what frubes are. They're like little pouches of yogurt.
I think they're probably called something else. It's the same idea, but like, yeah, and you just squeeze the yogurt out. But now that made me laugh, the idea of the truck, the back of it is shaped like a frube, and when he arrives at a destination, he has to get 50,000 separate individual pots and one by one squeeze the top of it.
He cuts a very small hole in the frube.
I'll be with you now in about 4 hours.
all yogurt is filled by hand.
It's just time consuming.
Do they have a plan on cleaning this up though? Because, like, where do you start with this?
This is the only reason I'm using this story, is that it made me laugh the more I thought about how they're going to fix this. That the once you arrive and you're like, right, a load of oil is spilled, that's really bad. Yeah. Also, a load of yogurt is on top of the oil, mixed in with the oil. And as an officer of the law at that stage, do you just go, right, do we have any kitchen towels? Or maybe, I don't know.
Because even the officer is not trained for this, right? Like, because the police were definitely first on the scene because it's a crash. So, like, my instinct is like, I guess the fire brigade could they've got a hose.
But water won't move the oil.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Oh, no. Do you have to burn the oil?
There's one guy having a cigarette on the side. They're like, no!
He's in slow motion.
It's like Zoolander. They're all just having petrol fights.
See, it's a shame that it wasn't milk that spilled, because then no one would cry over it.
Isn't the phrase "don't cry over spilt milk"? So that implies that people would cry over it.
No, they wouldn't cry over it because you're not supposed to because of the saying, surely.
Because of the rules.
Because of the rules. People can cry over yogurt, Colin.
I'd cry if I spilled milk.
Would you?
Well, I'd be like, that's a fucking hardship on my day I didn't
steamed
need.
milk these days, yeah, you would.
You're telling a story. You're going to give away my secrets.
He talks like he's salt of the earth. Man steams milk at home.
I have a story for that. So, there's a store in town, right, that was selling really expensive coffee machines, right? Like the proper ones that you steam fucking milk in, like, right? They were all about €300. Company goes out of business. I go down to the local news agents there a few weeks ago, and this old lady, she's about 75 years old, fucking floor to ceiling fucking espresso machines. So they're after falling off the back of some truck. Nobody knows who, but
she went out and picked them up.
Somebody's funded Agnes's fucking coffee machines, and she has no prices on anything, right? And so she hasn't even taken off the tags of the big store of them. So they all say €300 on them. And so we were walking around and I was like, right, fucking hell, why does she have this? Because it's from a different store.
Why does she have 11 coffee machines?
Because not only 11, she had 15 kettles, she had like pod holders, she had, everything, right?
Right.
So she clearly went into the storeroom of this like abandoned storeroom of this store and just cleaned the fucking, I don't know, it's highly sus. But anyway.
But that's not a one-person job either. She must have had help.
She's 79, Shaun. There's no way she did this alone. It's not a one-woman job, right? And I just remember being so confused. Like, there's something illegal here, but I don't quite know what. And
so you left without a coffee machine, clearly, didn't you?
Well, I just asked. I said, how much is the coffee machine?
What'd she say?
Because she had taken, I just want to remember, newsagent, she has taken all of the sweets and all of the regular bread, cereal off the floor.
Literally the bread and butter of the newsagent.
It's in the back. She has no need for it. Now she's selling Nespressos.
She's gone into boutique kitchenware now.
And I was like, okay, well, look, how much is the coffee? There might be a discount. She's like, yeah, I'll give it to you for 50. And we were like,
euros?
like euros? And she's like, yeah. And I don't think it's illegal because the other store is closed down. But it's just highly sus.
Yeah, and she's the last one with the stock, so clearly she can do what she wants with it.
Nobody else is using it. So, like, I was like, okay, so we have this brand new, Shaun is commenting, fucking, like, state-of-the-art coffee machine that everyone walks in and is like, how the fuck did she afford that?
That is a very specific thing to have in the kitchen.
That is like a rich person thing. And I'm like, yes, I can steam your milk if you'd like.
Jess, you can steam anything you want. Do you want steamed soup? Go ahead, try it.
I fucking would. If put anything into it.
He can't drink anything without steam these days. He's lost it.
Do you know what I had today? And this is gonna. I had a home brewed oat milk latte.
No.
Steamed milk, boy. Right? Yeah.
What happened to you?
I don't know. I bought oat milk and I said, sure, have the steamer. it's easy peasy.
You just made like really thin porridge, I think, is what happens.
And they sell those pods for like 40 for like €8. So instead of going to Starbucks, as we mentioned, for like one coffee for $6, I'm like,
getting haunted.
Sure, I'll be my own barista at home. Sure, why not?
You're doing little latte art every morning.
Trying to do love hearts.
Sorry, darling, would you like a venti this morning?
Can I have anything that's not steamed milk? No. This is our only machine, right? I can use a kettle, but it's not as fucking exciting.
You can't put milk in a kettle, can you now?
Use your fucking brain, you moron. So we're finishing up. That's just a random story that always makes me laugh. It's definitely going to break. There's no, like... It's been working for like 2 weeks, but
I think if it was going to break, it would have broken by now. Is the issue.
I don't know. I don't trust old Agnes. She's doing something to them.
She's fiddled with that coffee machine in some way.
I keep thinking of the scene in The Simpsons when Marge is like, Bart, where did you get that truck? And he's like, fell off a truck. And then Homer turns up with a bigger truck and he's like, fell off a truck.
That's you with coffee machines.
Yeah. So we're finishing off with Florida Man this week, Shaun, because it's happened again. Florida Man has done... he's done a Florida Man, and I think it's every few months we get this, because Florida Man, he's very diligent with the drugs that he takes.
Of course.
And he wants to know it's good. And so Florida Man calls police to check whether his meth is authentic.
Okay, now, I want listeners to cast their mind back to maybe the first few weeks of the show. Maybe this is on the radio, in fact. There was once a Florida man who brought the meth into a police station to check if it was okay.
Yes.
So this, I feel like this Florida man heard that story and thought, God, what an idiot. Who would bring meth into a police station? But I do want the information, so I'll ring ahead.
I don't want to leave traffic.
If they can't help me, I want to know now.
A Florida man has taken wild to another level after he allegedly called police with a peculiar request. Police from the Hernando County Sheriff's Office said Thomas Eugene Colucci was concerned about drugs he had recently purchased, as we all are. Why on God's green earth you would notify authorities about your allegedly illegal activities is pretty beyond us, but he had a pressing question he needed answered. Is this meth legit?
I mean... the thing I can, somewhere I can see his thought process, because he wants to know if the meth is good, right? So he needs to ask someone who knows about meth. Now, two people that know about meth would be people who smoke meth, who you don't want to show your meth to. You don't want to share.
No.
And the police, who you know for a fact will not smoke your meth.
They're not going to take it off me. The 41-year-old called 911, Shaun, and this might be the stupidest Florida man ever, and asked him to come and test the drugs he had just bought from someone at a bar. He tested it himself, but he was worried it was bath salts because it just didn't give him the high that he's used to. And then he really dug himself into a hole when he told officers, "Don't worry, I'm an experienced drug user who had used meth before, and therefore he knew what it should have felt like."
Now please, come to my address and check this meth for me that I have in my possession.
He even showed police 2 small baggies containing a white crystal-like substance, handing it over to one of the officers present, asking them, "Could you check that out for me?"
Well, the police are here to help, aren't they? So surely this can't backfire in any way.
If I thought this was parody, then we wouldn't throw this in. But this has actually happened. Florida man has rang the police and is like, "Don't worry, officer, I'm an experienced drug user, and I'll be honest with you, that doesn't seem like meth. And I'd love you to check it out, just to give me a second opinion."
This is the easiest collar that the police have ever got. Handed to them on a platter, this man.
He even literally handed them the baggies of the drugs.
It's like, here you are, you don't need to search me, you just look after that for now.
Not only did Colucci want to have what he had purchased tested for authenticity, he hoped to keep others from buying fake drugs. So he's a man of the people when you think about it. He's thinking of others.
Yeah, he's all about the community of drug users, he doesn't want those kids to be buying bad meth. He wants the good shit.
He wanted police to put the person in trouble for selling it to him in the first place, but alas, he could not provide any information about the shady dude he'd bought it from, except for the fact that he felt he was a bit shady.
I mean, it wasn't his regular guy, presumably.
Yeah.
He just met him and didn't trust him. Different recipes, could be a whole bunch of things why that meth is bad.
I think he's providing a public service, really. I mean, he's looking out for the others. He's sacrificing himself.
That's an interesting point. Should one person in the community be allowed to do drugs just to see if everything's okay?
I think the police's version of, we should probably have no drugs. But Florida man's version of, look, if we're going to have them, we might as well have them good. There's no point in having bad meth.
You know, like if you're gonna, I don't know, if people are breaking the law, right? You need police to stop them. But how do you know how bad people are breaking the law unless you have a man on the inside breaking the law for you?
How do you catch a bad man with meth? Another bad man with meth.
Exactly. Clever. Exactly, Connor.
So he obviously, unfortunately, he hands over the bags. And unfortunately for him, the substance in the bags were in fact meth, Shaun. So
I mean, great.
He was delighted. He was like, "Fuck! Well, look, you can all go home now, lads. That's me sorted."
Do you think he offered him in? Did you say like, you wanna? No, probably not. No, I get it.
No, I won't. You're on duty.
I won't force you.
What time have you finished? What time you finished?
Come around, call around.
Come on, I'll still be here. 11, is it? Oh yeah, no, I'll be up. I'll get the boat.
Oh, you want me to come to the station? I can come to the station.
Are we gonna? Will we go to the station? Did the boys want to the station as well? Do they?
Yeah, come on, we'll go to the station.
I have enough. I have a few bags, boys. I'll bring them.
Oh, this is only half of the stuff I got.
The place is fucking packed. I'm a very experienced drug user, as I mentioned.
Well, we let the lads out with ourselves and we all have a bit of a party. Go on.
Look, I just think we need to chill, lads. I just think we need to have a bit of meth. We need to chill out. You know what I mean? We've all had tough days.
I don't know if meth chills people out.
I just feel like Florida Man he might have, and now look, I don't want to jump to conclusions, he might have ratted himself out.
He might have tattled on himself in this scenario. But do you think he would get like lenient punishment for that? Being like, no, I mean, technically he turned himself in. But
he didn't turn himself in for the good reasons.
No, he got himself caught, is what he did.
He very much, he presented himself to the officers thinking he was doing nothing wrong.
Yes, and the officers did their job and arrested him. And then, ultimately, someone was arrested for drug use instead of getting the help they need.
If Florida Man, it could be any more Florida Man in this story, he would have been like, "Oh, I also did a murder last week, lads. Just if that makes me cool, does anyone has any more respect for me now?" Or
he would have said that, and then when they got him in the squad car, he would have stolen it. Like that's what would have happened.
So Florida Man, he's diligent with his meth use. It's important. He's looking out for others as well. Just so if you think, I don't know about this meth, just know Florida Man's looking out for you.
Yeah, and he's trying to make sure for all of the team.
Yeah, and so other Florida men, I'm assuming, won't do the same thing anymore. I think this Florida man has he sorted it all out. But Shaun, I think that's it for this week's Weird News.
What a week of weird news. We went from hauntings to meth, and it's mad how often those two intersect. Would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yes, please.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thanks to everyone who supports us over on Patreon. That is, of course, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that in the description. And shout-outs, of course, go to Waffles apologises for sending you false potato news. He's very sorry. May gourd have mercy on his soul. I think we talk about this on Movie Mondays. You're forgiven, Waffles. This once. Never again.
No more gourd stories.
No more gourd stories, or so help me. Thanks also to Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín the wife Palmer, Ryan Right Time Evanson, Shaun Grow Your Mo for a Bro Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hjelmroos, Lil Dicky, the lads turned their stories into motion pictures and made millions. McGrew, Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I can't believe Wanda did this, Sammy DeLucia, and Michelle wishing Rona Brown a very happy 10th birthday. So thank you all for the continued support. Really, really appreciate it. Head on over there if you want to support the show. You can also support by going to the Spreadshirt store. That's the link below. There is the Twitter, @Heroes for Hire Pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Divilment's discussion group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire Podcast. And the best way to ever help the show is to just tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I've been Shaun Meehan.
We shall see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.